lot of questions about when are we going to build that guest cabin. It's been a long process, and there's been some delays, things going on at home. Bonnie's little issue. And then, so I missed last spring, we lost a little bit of work time there, but no big deal. It's going to get done. Kind of looking at the fall of 2024. Having a cabin raising, so anybody that wants to come up and maybe camp out back here, we'll have a camp cook, and it'll be a good time had by all. And I think with enough guys and some ropes and pulleys, we could get things put together here. One thing that I do want to do is, back here I want to take the humus layer off the top of the ground. It's only about this much, and then you're into this pure clay-like little sand, light sand, and I want to clean all that off so we don't have that underneath the guest cabin. I say guest cabin because that's what it's going to be. I don't need it, but as different people stop by here and stuff, and they want to come back here, and they're out, people don't like to use things of other people. They don't want to disturb me, but if they knew there's a guest cabin here that's open for anybody to come up and use, I think we can get it stocked up, and hopefully it'll get some use. That'll be the plan anyway. But for now, some of these projects like hauling this, getting that humus layer off, that's pretty labor intensive, but if I go out and if I haul a few loads a day, get it chopped out, maybe I'll have it done by the time I go home this time. Pretty simple process, really. Just take a nice sharp little square shovel like this, shove down through and get through the roots. Like I say, all the root growth is pretty much at the top 7 inches. So if we cut down through, you get a tough one, let that go. I had a bigger root right there in the corner. Just take the axe, take care of that. Then just a matter of kind of popping this up. There. Now, peel that up, take some of the excess off. Oh. I'll do the math later on how many of those squares I need to take out of here, but you can see that it works. Then we got a nice, I won't call it sterile, but anyway, you get in trouble when you leave that humus layer underneath all that, bugs, everything. I might even be able to put a vapor barrier on this and throw some sand over the top. Maybe the mice won't chew it up. It'd be really nice to have a vapor barrier underneath that cabin floor. Starting to warm up. It's good here in the shade. The cabin was kind of cool inside. I might try to keep it that way. I just let the fire go out for the first time. It's going to get hot tomorrow too. I had some ice cold water out in the freezer. Done this in the past. Got these little root beer packets and cold water. They makes a pretty good mix. It's the spot. Took the wheelbarrow up to bring back some of that good gravel for the spruce grouse. The place a number of years ago, the beaver dam up there busted through, and when it did, it cut a valley kind of down through the different layers of sand and gravel. And down underground about that far where it cut through, there's a really nice seam of gravel that I kept seeing the spruce grouse there getting grit. So I thought, well, that's what they like, and that's what I've been hauled in here the last couple of years rather than bringing in chicken grit. They prefer it. It's a lot easier to bring a wheelbarrow of that up from there than it is to haul a 50-pound bag of grit in here. Anyway, I got that taken care of and put some gas along and got the big wheel push mower going, and up around where the throne is up there, I mowed the trails back nice and wide, burned through almost a tank of gas on that project, so it looks really good. It'd be really nice to be up there hiking and skiing this fall and winter. Now I'm going to got a couple broths out of the freezer. I'm going to cook them up for a late lunch. They get cooled down, and I'll spread the fresh spruce grouse gravel out here. Try to keep ahead on that. Usually around early October they start showing up pretty heavy. There's been a few coming in now, but just one or two. I expect the crows to show up in another week and a half before I go. Got a good day's work in the day. Several different tasks. Hit a little here, hit a little here, hit a little there. Some of them are pretty big jobs, but if I just keep plugging away a little bit, keep a little variety, take a few breaks. So, time of night I usually get out my Garmin 600i GPS satellite communicator. I'll send Vonnie a message that basically just a preset at the cabin, and all is good. New menu, messages, send check-in, go to the home email, end of the day, and all is good here. So send the message. Beeps, I'll know it's done. I had the satellite phone for years, but this just works out so much better. I guess just the way texting is the the modern thing rather than talking, but it does work pretty smooth. Kind of taking a little nap late in the afternoon there, kind of had my eyes closed, and I looked outside, and out here was an animal running around, and I'd seen one of these animals here years ago, but it always surprises me. Anyway, this woodchuck was out checking out the cabin yard. It just amazes me. Where did he come from? How did he survive out here? I think he'd be a nice little variety for the wolf to me. This is only the second woodchuck that I've seen at the cabin in over 30 years. And the first one, I spotted him and he was around on the south side of the cabin and he had a hole going underneath. So I got out my dirty, hairy 44 Magnum and I reached around the corner and, well, I kind of took care of him. But boy, my ears were ringing for all that next night after that episode. And I thought it might have really messed up just having grabbed that big 44 and fired it off without ear protection. But this one, I'm going to let go. He's not, with the stone foundation, he can't get underneath the cabin, and I'll just see what happens. But as I look back after the number of days now that's gone by, he disappeared and I've never seen him again. So either he moved on to better haunts or already a wolf or a bear had a little woodchuck for supper. Now my device beeped. Off the car, a few little snacks were there. I don't know if they've dried out too much or not, but give them a try. Not too bad. Something else, I got a little treat. Seth stopped in for a visit, his first visit to the cabin. He contacted me through my YouTube channel. I told him, stop by for a cup of coffee sometime if you're up in the area. He comes up from someplace else and hunts up in this area. So he managed to find his way in. Anyway, he'd shot a rough grouse on the way in, and he asked me if I wanted it. And at first I said no, because I thought, well, maybe he's not got very many. But then he mentioned that his crew had plenty, so I said, yeah, I'll take that. So I've got that out in the freezer now, but I'm going to try a little fried grouse and maybe some wild rice some night here for supper. A little variety. I won't let the spruce grouse see me eating it.